Shelley. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Debbie and Kim Show.
Welcome. Real people, real talk. From challenges to wisdom. Conversations
that heal,
inspire,
and
empower.
Oh my goodness.
Here we are. We're not together, but we're together.
We're together. I am in Mexico enjoying myself.
And we're here with you.
We are here with you. We didn't want to miss a beat to make sure that we got here and talk to you and say hello to our people.
Yes, we've got some great things to share with you.
Yes, we do. We're very excited. I'm very excited. I know we're always both excited. But we feel that the things that we bring to you again, enlighten you as well as empower and inspire. And so in today's episode, we would really like to highlight a nonprofit organization called AyurVersity. And yes, and it is the brainchild of Kimberly and Richard Humphreys.
And Shelley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelley. Oh, I forgot Shelley's last name. Please forgive me, Shelley.
Shelley Marie. Chef Shelley Marie.
Chef Shelley Marie. Okay. But we'd like to introduce this to individuals, talk about, first of all, what is AyurVersity?
So AyurVersity it was born out of our desire to educate people about healthy living, what it is, how to do it, and why. We started giving talks. We probably gave over 100, for sure over 100 talks at the natural grocery stores in Chandler and Gilbert, Mesa, Phoenix, and Scottsdale. And then when we decided that we should form a nonprofit, and that way we can raise money and we can do it bigger, because those venues, the grocery store, only holds so many people, not very many. And we wanted to really make this big, grow it. We wanted to really be able to get into the community and have events and just do a lot of things through the nonprofit in the way of educating the community and just doing more. And so we formed it back in 2020. And our first event that we had scheduled for April of 2020, right when everything shut down. So we couldn't do it. Not only that, we couldn't even do it at the natural grocers anymore.
Yeah.
So the whole thing just kind of got put on the shelf. And then we attempted to revive it with an event in the park, Wednesday Wellness in the Park. And we're not good promoters. So even though I spent a lot of time doing promoting it, I put signs up all over the neighborhood, on everybody's mailbox, and not very many people showed up.
Well, that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why we had the podcast, because we want people to know about the organization. We want people to know how they can find out more about it, and we're going to answer all those questions, how they can become involved, and how they can support monetarily, and also by volunteering, and also by getting the word out. So you started this baby in 2020. And as with everything, COVID kind of put everybody in a coma. I mean, let's just say,
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
we're inside, we couldn't come out. Um,
We even tried doing something on Zoom.
yes, yes,
But
yes,
we didn't have a lot of attendance. Like
yes,
I said, our promotion is not our gift.
yes. Well, that's what part of this is. That's what part of the Debbie and Kimberly show is about, promoting organizations and projects and
People that people need to hear
people
about.
that
Yeah.
people need to hear about. So what problems or what did you see as issues that AyurVersity could address for the community?
So most, it breaks my heart when I see people suffering and
Yes.
they have been going to doctors and they have been on medications and they're not getting any better. That breaks my heart because that doesn't need to be.
Mhm.
And between myself and Rich and Shelley, we have so much knowledge that can help people come from there.
Mhm.
Rich in the clinical area, he can help them by having them looking at their blood work. If they don't have any, they can get some through him. And the blood work tells a lot, and that's just a big piece of the puzzle. And then he goes through questionnaires and whatnot, and into muscle testing and all those other pieces that helps him to figure out what's going on with them at the root cause, understanding how the body works, because the body wants to heal itself. It is working tirelessly 24/7 to do just that.
Mhm.
What we don't realize is that we're hindering it. And so what we want to do is educate the community, one person at a time or in groups at a time, just to that, to
Mhm.
know that your body is trying to heal itself. It just needs your help. And we can help you to figure out how to do that. That's the purpose of AyurVersity.
And so is it like the gap in the system to or is to medicate and sometimes medication is necessary, but if we
Sometimes medication is necessary, but who's going to tell you when it is and when it isn't? Who's going to be upfront with you? Who's going to be the one that says, it's that thing that you're eating every day that's causing it? I mean, because be honest with doctors are not really trained in that.
yeah.
They're trained in the medication and surgery. And there's lots of doctors that are in tune or try to educate them about diet and lifestyle, but they're not really vested in that
Yeah.
because let's face it, if you are healthy, you don't need them. And
Right.
you're not being paid to make you healthy. They just aren't. It's just not how America's medical system works or healthcare system. Okay. So we wanted to, yeah, fill in that gap. And we're not the only ones, I'm sure, but we just want to be a trusted source for sustainable health and living and lifestyle, where you can say, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. What's the deal? We want to be able to bust the myths and give you the bottom line. Just like, for example, with this parasite outbreak,
Yeah.
people are saying, my gosh, I can't eat anything. Can't eat lettuce, can't eat kale, can't eat berries, and all the popular things that we were been telling people that they need to eat that are healthy. And so we want to be able to provide reliable information with regards to what is safe and what isn't safe. We have the environmental working group, which is an online nonprofit. That's a reliable source for what to eat and what not to eat, what to avoid, what to favor. Uh, and then we also are able to a one-on-one give advice on what's the best thing for me to eat from my particular bio energetic makeup. And that's one of the things that we specialize in, I guess, is helping people figure out what's best for me.
Mm.
Because what's best for one person is not necessarily best for another. And there's some information that you need to determine what is best for you.
Well, let me back up just a tiny bit. AyurVersity. What does that mean? What does the name mean? How did you choose that name?
Thank you for asking that question because it's important. Ayur is an ancient Sanskrit word for life and longevity. Versity is a term that I kind of made up because it means learning, or it's usually like associated with the institution of learning.
Mm-hmm.
So like most people think of university, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
AyurVersity is a source of life, learning about life and how to live it vibrantly and help more healthfully.
Mm-hmm.
And I did make it up. I put these two things together and
that's usually how names come about.
Mm-hmm.
But your name has that purpose. So what are the mission and the goals of our AyurVersity, and who is it? And I think you touched on this already, but who is it that you want to serve? Is it a particular age group? Is it a particular gender, or
anyone who wants to live healthfully and who wants to have reliable information? We don't want to take the place of your doctor. We don't want you to get off medication without your doctor's consent. What we want to do is provide you with reliable information. We want to be able to support you in your health journey to sustainable, vibrant, healthy living. And we wanted to do it from a nonprofit so that everyone has access to it. Because people who have money, there's plenty of people that they can go to and pay $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 to get this information. But the average person doesn't have that or have access to that. There's nobody serving
that
population. And so we wanted to be able to do that because these people are our family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, and there's so many. I mean, most people, if their insurance is not paying for it, they don't think they have access to it. And that's the myth we want to bust. That's why I put on the expos to introduce people to doctors who are doctors with the medical degree, but who are serving holistically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't necessarily take insurance, many of them, but some of them do. And even if they don't take insurance, they're not that expensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I just wanted to expose people to that kind of care. Because it's doctors that are going to be looking for the root cause. And we're fortunate to have Rich, who is educated in that way and just has a heart and a passion. I mean, he's been studying this since he was a child, 7 years old, studying medical encyclopedias.
Oh, my.
And now dosing his sisters who said, boy, you don't know what you're talking about. They come back from the doctor and is exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, maybe he does know something, reading those books.
But your services, if people don't know where to find these individuals, some of the things that AyurVersity does is bring those individuals to the people through education, through workshops, through seminars, and through community service events. How often do you provide these events for
So
individuals?
we have so far only done 3,
Mm,
and that is because they are a lot of work.
yes.
I have put that on hold until we have more people involved to share that work. And so I would love to do another one, but I'm going to have someone who's dedicated to the marketing part of it, the social media, the getting the word out, the getting people to, to sign up to come, and and maybe someone to uh take care of the vendors, especially like at the event, and just
Mhm.
to kind of have support to help put it together.
So then we are putting a call out, and I would suppose that if there's anyone that has some type of interest, and you don't necessarily have to have a healthcare background,
Mhm.
but
Just have to be passionate about holistic,
Mhm.
getting this word out, supporting what we do.
And so there'll be information in our description. So for individuals who want to reach out to Kimberly and Richard and why did
I'll be
Shelley?
the one
Shelley,
because
yeah.
yeah.
Um, because yes, this is a cause, this is a movement also. And as a movement, it takes people to drive that force out there to get people to know who you are, what you provide, and what is going to be a benefit for the individuals who are participating. So some of the things that you would be looking for example, other than volunteers, are who else? Holistic
So
coaches.
we've had um lots of people that volunteer to for those events. Um Locations. At this point, we have put our focus on doing lunch and learns
Mhm.
because that's a great way. We don't need a lot for that. That doesn't take a lot of money to do. It just takes
Time.
on providing a person. Yeah, we show up and we are going to provide the lunch and the education. We're providing the lunch and the learn. But
So what
knowledge.
organizations are you looking for? Are you looking for churches, libraries, um,
You said locations.
as far as to do the lunch and learns?
We can do it anywhere. We want to come to the people. So
Mhm.
let's say if it's a company that wants to give their employees opportunity to improve their health with with information, we can meet with them as a group and address a specific concern, like what's going on right now
Mhm.
and how to eat healthfully. And that's why we do the lunch, because we want to be able to provide them a sample of what healthy food tastes like and how easy it is to prepare and even maintain. That's Shelley's gift, is to be able to help people to eat delicious food that's easy to prepare and it's healthy. That's her gift, because she's been sous chef and since she was 6 years old, maybe even younger than that.
Mhm. So,
And Mhm.
oh, and I was going to say, everybody has their role to play in this organization. So, Shelley is the chef with the food and the recipe,
Nutritionist. Mhm.
nutritionalist, and then Rich's focus is
Clinical.
clinical. And so, what does that mean? That his it's clinical. What is
So
his?
if he deals with the health,
Uh,
with the physical health.
yeah.
if somebody's having symptoms, that's his department to help them with those physical symptoms.
Yes.
And my specialty or expertise is for the mental and emotional issues. And then Shelley's is with nutrition and kitchen coaching. She can help you redo your kitchen so that it is healthier for you. Yeah, from your pantry to your refrigerator to your cabinets, everything. Yeah, she's good. I will vouch for that. And she does catering. So if the organization wants to have an event and they want to cater and have healthy options for them, for the employees, healthy, yeah, much better than pizza or even some of the other.
That's really the first thing everyone gets is pizza. Not knocking the pizza.
Yeah, not knocking the pizza, but you might want some variety. You might want to get something that's a little healthier and a variety, like the spread that we had in our event in March. Everybody was raving about the food there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And even
Fresh vegetables and salads and quinoa and stuff like that. That was awesome. I was also going to just as a little sidebar, you do the emotional healing or the emotional part of healthy eating. Because I know just personally for myself, when a lot of times when I'm going through something that is traumatic or whatever, in my divorce, I was a stress eater. So a lot of times when you're a stress eater, you just throw anything into your mouth.
Yeah, there's some comfort foods.
Yes. And so it would be good to get with you and get with Shelley to identify, okay, I know I need to comfort myself. So what can I be eating healthy that will fulfill that thing that I feel like I'm lacking?
Yeah,
I eat it that way.
for sure.
Yeah.
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 And we have a little bit of overlap on that because if they're coming to me and I'm working with them on the emotional challenges and it's the stress, and definitely we're going to work on the source of that stress, the emotional pain there. And at the same time, if they are doing some eating, they have an option. They can either work with Shelley on better choices for their diet and lifestyle, or if they don't want to do that, they can, I can give them some tips on that too. But when they go to work with Shelley, I would say that they're going to be, this is a life change. This is a lifestyle change. And so she can definitely, that's her department, and I'm giving you some tips that will just be in the moment for this time. But if you want to really change your way of eating, that's when you would go.
And I think we've even talked about this one time before, that it is not like a complete overhaul. I mean, you can start with one.
And that's the thing. She's going to put you on a path.
Yes.
And guide you through there, just like I would be holding your hand through the emotional healing. She's going to hold your hand through the nutritional dietary transformation.
So we talked about who it benefits. We talked about what you are and what you do and what your goals are. Why is prevention? And I think we've even talked about this one time before. Why is prevention so important in this whole healthy eating lifestyle?
So, and we have talked about this before. I think it was with Dr. Janine Ridgway. It's well known that ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and that is so classic and so profound that an ounce, you figure there's 16 ounces in a pound. And that could be multiplied. It could easily be multiplied to, a milliliter of prevention is worth a kilo, whatever, a big more of cure. Because if we can prevent something from happening, an illness,
Yes.
a disease,
Yes.
that's a lot of suffering. That's a lot of medical bills. That's a lot of undoing. That's a lot of damage that has to be, that doesn't have to be undone.
Yeah.
So exponentially, you're going to have a better life. Here's an example. So I have, and I'm not going to say I do it perfectly, but I have always wanted to the best of my knowledge, do what is healthy for my body. Have I drank soda? Have I ever tried some, the drugs when I was a kid, 15, 16, smoking and doing yeah, I did those things. But as I learned, as I got educated about what things are, how it caused harm to my body, then I would stop. Did I do it? Do I do it perfectly? I might still have a piece of bacon. I tell you what, though, the more I learn, the more I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's as we learn. What we learn, when we learn better, then we can do better. And if we can't, there's a reason. There's emotion tied to it that I can help with.
Mm-hmm.
As I've been there, I have the tools to help people. And so if you don't think that I can do it by myself, I don't need anybody to help me, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we could do it by ourselves without any help, we would have done so.
Yes. Yes.
So don't beat yourself up. It's okay. This is why we exist. This is why I'm not the only one. There's a whole army of us out there here to help people, help you to be your best and to live in a way that gives you a higher quality of life. Because you probably know, if you're on 10 medications, one, you got to keep track of all that. And two, I can tell you right now, those medications are forcing your body to do something that is not, that it's trying to do, but it's like we're eating the things, we're not giving our body what it needs, and we're forcing it to do what it's supposed to do, when the alternative that we're trying to teach about is how to support the body, give it what it needs so it can do it on its own. Because just like car parts, when you are replacing something for the symptom, but you're not addressing the root cause, well, that root cause is still there. It's not being addressed. And so pretty soon the car is just going to break down and there's nothing you can do to fix it, because it's going to cost to have a whole new engine or something major, a whole new transmission, because those issues weren't addressed. And this is what we want to avoid, is having major issues, heart disease, cancers, these kinds of things. We want to help prevent that by by keeping your immune system strong. Through all of this COVID stuff, I might have had it in my body, but I never had any symptoms because my immune system kept it in check. This is what we do. We help you to build your immune system, because there's all kinds of diseases, these autoimmune disorders and the Hashimoto's and all these things come from a weakened and compromised immune system. We can strengthen your immune system, then you're ahead of the game. You're not going to be looking at those kinds of diseases. And if we can, support your heart, support your lungs, support your body to just to be healthy, to maintain. It's like I said, it's working 24/7 to stay healthy. And all it needs is our support
Yes.
to not put things in there that are going to hinder it
Mhm.
and prevent it from doing that, and to put things in there that are going to support it and help it to do its job. That's the goal. That's like a name of the game.
Great segue to support. To who are you looking to partner with? Who would you like to help support this nonprofit?
So I would love to have someone who is passionate about this, whose expertise is marketing.
Mhm.
That's my genie. You know,
Rub it,
the
rub it.
genie.
Yeah.
What is your wish? That is my wish, for a marketing person to come on board and be a part of this organization. That number one is that they are also passionate about people learning about holistic health, and their expertise is marketing.
Mhm. Would you have a problem partnering with any businesses in the area? What is it possible to bring workshops or whatever to those sites for their employees?
I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm sorry.
Partnerships and the educational part of this. Would you look forward to working with some businesses who'd like to offer some wellness seminars,
Absolutely.
or
Absolutely. Yes.
then maybe look at, if they have a break room, how to bring healthy snacks into that break room that people will eat, and
Yeah.
yeah, and different things like that.
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. That that's very more than welcome.
Yes. Yes, yes. So then if you know of any businesses, I'm talking to our listeners. So
Yeah.
if you're part of an organization, or you know a business, or you just feel like, oh well, maybe we should have some healthy snacks here in our break room or in the lunchroom or cafeteria other than what we have, um, reach out to AyurVersity so that they can come and help you with switching things out. Again, it not a radical change, but maybe
Yeah.
one or two items.
I would even love to have vending machines that we stock, but that would have to be a demand
Yeah,
because it's a big investment.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there are people who said that, we can talk about that.
yeah.
I'm open to talking about that. These are the things that we could provide for you. How many would people be willing to? How many people? What's the demand?
Yes.
And what is the demand for? And certainly we would love to be able to accommodate that. Mhm.
Now you also talked about financial support. If there's any individuals or businesses who would like to help you out financially, what would those monies be used for?
Okay. So first of all, we are a 501(c)(3) qualified nonprofit. So your donations are uh, tax deductible.
Mhm.
And well, that's something you probably have to talk to your accountant about, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that a person has to have in order to be able to deduct those no donations. But on our end, we qualify for you. And so where they would be used is to, let's say there's a lot, we would be able to serve people who wouldn't be able to afford um, the services, the lunch and learn. So we would be able to fund lunch and learns, because if we're bringing the food in, that means the money's going to have to come from somewhere to buy the food.
Mhm.
And we would be able to provide lunch and learns at no cost. And that's our goal. That's what we would love to do. Uh, and if we're going to have an event promoting it, and those events, they cost, because you have to pay for venue, and all the other, especially promotion. Those are the two biggest expenses. And the food, we're going to always provide food at no charge. Well, I take that back. We did for the seminar, the smaller ones we have, but it depends. If we have funding, we'll be willing to have the food provided at no charge or a
Mhm.
small charge.
Mhm. Awesome. Awesome. And again, what is the impact? And oh,
Impact.
maybe how would we measure? How is it possible to measure these impacts?
I like that question.
Yeah.
So, because one of the things that I've learned from the past events is the first event we had about 110 people come and attend and learn and buy and whatnot from the vendors there. And then the second one we had about 100. Seemed like it was more because it was a lot of people there and it was full.
Mhm.
But we had more vendors there too. And then the third event, it was only 40, but again, it was less vendors. There was no buying and selling it, no money, supposedly. It was all free and about education. This is why I need help. I needed someone to, I think we had a survey that I wanted to get out have people fill out before they left.
Before they left. Yes.
That
Yes, before
before they
you
left,
fill out the survey. Yes, yes.
so that we can get the feedback. And yeah, that's another piece that we need some, help with,
Yeah.
is to learn what the impact is. But I can tell you the feedback I have gotten is that the people that attended, they learned a lot. They have gone to some of those doctors that were there and pursued, just more of sound baths. They learned about sound baths, and now they, are looking to go to have a sound bath, or about different herbs and journaling and oils, essential oils. So the word is getting out.
Mhm.
Even from my self love booth, people are looking into improving their relationship with themselves. So it's the exposure. It's just them getting more knowledge about things they had no idea about.
Mhm.
With Dr. Krafasi talking about how as a chiropractic and the neuro um, component, the brain connection, just
Everything is connected.
everything is
Everything is connected.
everything is connected. But people are learning little by little.
Yes,
And so
yes.
that's the impact of of the events, is letting people know that their body has the capacity, has the ability to heal itself, and how and what resources are available that are supportive in that.
Awesome. Kim, if you could leave our audience with one message about health, about hope and the community, what would you want them to remember?
Look, do your homework, reach out to us. Really, please. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your questions are. I want to hear what your concerns are, what your challenges are, because these are the things that we want to be able to address. We we exist because we don't want to see you suffering, because there's no reason for you to suffer. This is the education that we want to be able to provide. The education that will empower you to take your health and your quality of life to a higher level. That's why we exist. And that's what we want to do. But we can't do it without the communication from you. We need to hear, we need to know what your challenges are, what your needs are, and so that we can fill that gap.
And we also, and well, I say we, but I can say we, I think, but we also want to know who else is out there that's in this, for lack of a better word, in this fight, and would like to work with us to bring this out to the community. It's really, really is a numbers game.
It is. And I just want to give a deepest, heartfelt thanks to Debbie, who has partnered with us, who has come on to take on the position of the treasurer. So she's on the board and a very valuable member on the board. Not only my podcast partner that I treasure, but she is also a valuable part of AyurVersity, and I'm so grateful for her. And yeah, so we're growing, and you could be a part of it. And whether you just come in to get the help that you need, it would be wonderful for somebody, some of the people that we have worked with that has made a difference. We've made a difference in their life and their health, to also to want to be a part of this, because it is something that is worth growing.
And also come to be one of our podcast guests and talk about what, if they worked with Shelley or if they work with Rich, and what has been the outcome of that. So information will be in the description. So if that is you, reach out to us.
Yeah, we would definitely love to hear.
Love to have you on the podcast.
Yes.
Yes. So again, Kimberly, we have another fabulous day of information that we've given to our listeners.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for watching the Debbie and Kim show. And always
remember that you are perfect for your purpose for being here now. And don't forget to like, subscribe,
and comment. We love hearing from you. We love hearing from you. Really do. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your morning whenever you are watching us. So thank you again.
You.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.